He seems to have appealed to the disenfranchised, not only in the Republican Party, but is he part of this system? Or is he really an outsider, somebody who really thinks differently? We've always said this is an elitist game. You have to be rich to run for president, and you have to be accepted by the organization, the establishment. He seems to go against it, and it seems like many Republicans don't like him and call him a nut and a kook. But is he just another level of control to give hope for those who are hoping for somebody independent? You've done some extensive research into his background and found that he is connected to some powerful groups and even secretive societal groups, right?
That's correct. If you look into Ron Paul's background, he belonged to a Masonic fraternity in college, which he still supports. Actually, this is not just a Masonic fraternity, it's a Rosicrucian fraternity. It has its origins way back in the time of the Rosicrucians and the medieval Knights Templar. They really do mesh with, if you put the rhetoric aside and look at his voting record and his policies, they really do line up with the policies of the globalists. He wants to put the world on or the United States on the gold standard. So does the president of the World Bank.
You know, people who thought he was, or think he's different, I've always thought, well, we know that there are these secret societies. We know that there are the very wealthy global elitists, the world bankers, and the Federal Reserve, who he rails against. And basically, these groups decide who is going to get in. And the last time somebody got in as president that they didn't want in, they took him out. We're talking about JFK, who worked against them once he got in. And you don't even get close to getting in and running. And if they did get in, then you know they're one of them, because they would never permit somebody who wasn't going to work their agenda to get in. So the fact that Ron Paul is even running and may even get close, he's one of the top candidates now this year, as far as Republicans go. There's no doubt he's in the top three. Indicates that maybe he isn't an outsider. And you have some damning pictures on your website about Ron Paul. There is a particular handshake, and we've come to know this through other people who have been photographed doing this, including George Bush Sr. and George W. with the Masonic handshake, which is a weird handshake where you grasp the fingers and then the thumb is placed in the middle of the back of the hand, right? And there are photos of Ron Paul doing that Masonic handshake.
Yes, and also the satanic symbol, the horned symbol.
Yes.
A lot of political figures give this signal, and Ron Paul has done it many times.
People could say, well, he's from Texas. He's giving the horns for the what's the team down there, Mike?
Longhorns.
Longhorns, but
Yeah.
he doesn't strike me as a big sports fan. So
No.
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 Yeah,
No.
this is deep and dark and secret, and I've always thought it would be the dirtiest trick to run somebody to fool those who have woken up and said, okay, I know the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are basically two sides of the same coin, and I'm not going to go for it anymore. I'm going to be independent, and I'm going to find somebody who is thinking differently, and to secretly put in a candidate who says, I'm your guy, and he's really one of them.
And he has quite a following.
He does.
Especially among informed people.
Yeah.
People who understand, something about the economy and are looking for a return to